Women are known to be the most complicated beings and the most difficult to understand and please. But what if I told you that there are several ways to know some or little about women, like when they like or are attracted to you? Emphasis on some and little because you can never know all. Knowing or guessing what women or females normally think when they are attracted to you has always been a mystery to most guys, but you can always tell if they are interested in you by their body language. A female's body language does have a few distinguishing characteristics that both sexes may recognize. I'm sure you're curious, which is why I'm doing this video to teach you the signs to reveal that women give off that indicate curiosity, attraction, and even a desire to do a bit more. But before I do that, you should know you have to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification post to always get more tips like this from us. With that being said, we should move on to those cues. The first cue to notice is her shoulders will move toward you. Have you ever seen a woman lift or peek over her shoulder? Although the shoulders appear harmless, they also imitate the woman's breasts and sexual wellness. A sidelong gaze over a lifted shoulder emphasizes the female's face contours and roundness. This represents estrogen, exposes the neck's susceptibility, and produces pheromones. When women try to flirt, they do this automatically. Next, she'll accidentally touch you. Women eagerly seek opportunities to interact with people they are interested in. Most women will not explicitly touch you to indicate interest unless you're close, so they will test the waters indirectly by making it appear to be an accident. A light touch on the arm, her fingers skimming yours, her hips bumping into yours, you might assume, oh, that was simply an accident. But chances are you're being completely wrong. Another cue is her face. It will show a desire. Did you know that women's faces are more expressive than men's? If you look closely, a woman expressing interest cues will show signs of desire on her face. If you're already familiar with the 7 various micro-expressions, you might be questioning, isn't there no desire expression? And you'd be correct. Desire is not among the 7 universal expressions. We can, however, perceive desire in an attracted woman's face through her lips and eyes. Her lips will separate slightly. Is her mouth slightly parted? Lips that are slightly parted also resemble female genitalia. It alludes into the genital echo. Her eyes will flicker. She might flutter her eyelids at you for a moment. With a tiny downward inclination of her head, this may be more visible. Number 4, she'll open up her body. Not in the way that you might be thinking of. Her body language will indicate openness rather than closeness. Consider her arms. Is her embrace more open around you? Are they free to move and not clinging to her body? If you feel like an attractive man, they will fold their arms across their torso in the presence of aggressive or ugly men. But if they feel you are appealing, they will open up their bodies. Her legs. Crossed legs do not necessarily indicate that she is not interested in you. This could simply be an attraction signal. Take notes of the orientation of her knees to determine whether she is pointing toward you or away from you. Keep an eye on her body language, as a relaxed physique signals comfort and attraction. The 5th cue is that she'll blink more. That rapid eye blink or eyelash flutter indicates that you've increased the blinker's psychological arousal. You may have boosted the woman's sexual excitement if she suddenly blinks faster. When you tell an excellent narrative about being a cool, exciting, funny guy, you can observe a sudden rapid eye blink. This is a coded way of stating, you've piqued my curiosity. Another sign is she'll do a hip roll. How do a woman's hips shift, groove, and gyrate? Women's hips are naturally wider than men's, and a woman who is attracted to you may swing her hips back and forth more than usual. Walking back and forth is easy to notice, especially if a woman goes to the restroom. She likely suspects you're watching. Look for the hip sway. This movement draws attention and emphasizes the fullness of her hips and buttocks. The next sign is the hair flipping. If you've ever watched television like ever, you've probably seen those Dove or Weave-On advertisements. One thing they all have in common is excessively overdone hair flips. When women flirt, they toss their hair or stroke their neck because it exposes the armpit, which produces sex hormones, accentuates the curvature of the neck, and highlights shining healthy hair. Hair flipping is done to gain attention. When a lady flicks her hair, our gaze is pulled to it. It's nonverbal as an expression for, look how healthy and gorgeous my hair looks. Even coma patients have been proven to track movements with their eyes. Number 8, making herself to be submissive. Women battle with how to assert themselves while not alarming males. This can be seen in a variety of ways through body language. Women use submissiveness cues to demonstrate fragility, but they can also use forceful movements to show they are not pushovers. Women pluck their brows further up on their forehead to appear more helpless. They generate a hormone release in the brain for a guy that is associated with guarding and defending the female. Surprisingly, a limp or exposed wrist is a symbol of surrender, and both women and homosexual men tend to do this, subconsciously, when in a room with people they want to attract. A limp wrist invites others to dominate her, much as weak prey in the wild can run limp away from its predators. As a result, many women who smoke hold a cigarette with one arm turned out and exposed. When ladies wish to seem forceful, they might stretch their feet wider apart. This claiming of territory signals to men that the lady is feeling confident. Number 9, she'll preen herself. Women will continually groom themselves to increase their attractiveness. Preening tendencies may increase when she is near the man she likes. Women twirl their hair over their fingers and stroke it. They may even do it unintentionally when conversing with someone they admire. Preening the hair not only improves its appearance but also draws attention to it because our eyes are drawn to movement. Even on a date, some women may put on makeup. If she excuses herself to the restroom and you find a fresh coat of lipstick on her lips, it's an indication she's attempting to appear her best. Keep an eye on her appearance before and after she uses the restroom. You might notice little but noticeable differences. Looking in the mirror. If you happen to pass by a mirror or a window, you might notice her concentrating on her appearance. She could be making sure she looks her best. The next sign they do is licking their lips with the tongue. The outer genital lips of a woman are the same thickness as her facial lips. Lips are a sort of self-mimicry designed to symbolize the female vaginal region, which sounds filthy. If she likes you, she'll lick her lips to make them brighter and more inviting. Licking causes her tongue to move in ways that call attention to them. Licking her lips may also indicate that her mouth is drying out. However, this could indicate interest, as a dry mouth can be a side consequence of a higher breathing rate if she is attracted. You might also notice her wearing crimson or glossy lipstick. This is done by women to draw attention or emphasis to their lips. Number 11. Slowly caress nearby objects. If she has a strong need to contact, although it is done to do so, her behavior may mitigate to touching other objects. A woman may caress, rub, and fondle her wine glass or the cup from which she is drinking. This is an instance of object transference. Objects with phallic symbols, such as a pen on her phone, may also be involved. Another type of item transmission is fidgeting with keys. To relieve pent-up energy, she could stroke her car keys or rub them between her fingers. Number 12, she tries to look more attractive. Pay attention to how she dresses while understanding feminine body language. Did she start wearing exposing outfits all of a sudden? Does she remove her jacket or scarf while you're present to display a little more skin? If this is the case, it could indicate that she is at ease around you and wants you to notice her. If you disregard these physical indicators that a lady is interested in you, you may miss out on a fantastic opportunity to become close to her. Number 13, she tilts her head. According to one study, this is especially true in the context of nonverbal cues of attraction. One of the body language indicators a lady likes, if she tilts her head to the side when you're chatting to her, she may crane her head though, because she is fully involved in the discourse. Change the subject and observe whether she is still tilting her head. If she does, she's madly in love with you. From now on, you should know what to do or how to use the advice you've been provided. If you know of any other signs that were not listed in this video, you can share them in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell to be notified of amazing video content like this. Till next time, goodbye.